And the coaches rewarded him by giving him his first career start for the Panthers. What does he bring to the table? He's a very athletic, mobile guy. His strength is throwing the football on the run. He's a better mobile throwing quarterback than he is a pocket passer.
Let's stick with offense. On the other side for UAPB, we're going to see one of the best receivers in the conference tonight.
I think he's one of the best receivers in all of FCS football. And if you look at the numbers, you can see why. 5 touchdowns on the season, but more importantly, look at that average. He averages over 26 yards per catch. If he can have a couple explosive plays like that tonight, look for the Lions to get that first SWAC conference victory.
Giovanni Gibson has been that guy for UAPB thus far this season, and that's something that the former defensive back Bubba McDowell is going to try to slow down, as his team is going to find ways and schemes to try to walk out of here with a W in his third season with the Panthers. And as you mentioned, he's taken this team to the SWAC championship game, and they were the West champions a season ago. On the other sideline, Alonzo Hampton, we talked before that he just needs to bottle up all of that energy that he has, sell it, but he's been able to infuse that into this UAPB program in his second season with the Golden Lions.
And the matchup is so unique because pretty much for Prairie View, they normally keep a championship caliber defense. You expect that when you've got a former defensive player as your head coach. And for Arkansas Pine Bluff, I mean, Coach Hampton said, you know what? We're going to have the better offense. We got to score a lot of points. So our offense is responsible for carrying our defense as well. So they want it to be a shootout against a team that's known for being very stingy on defense.
Well, Prairie View A&M want the toss, so they will defer, and UAPB will get the ball first for this Prairie View A&M team coming out of the Texas area, just about an hour outside of Houston. They were able to notch wins against Northwestern State back in September, and then at the end of that month, also able to knock off Grambling State, who's having themselves a very strong season. UAPB, their lone win against Arkansas Baptist, a 73-0 shutout. But as you mentioned, Jay, Coach Hampton wants that first win in conference play here tonight. He feels like this group is primed and prepped, and he is really high on his team, really believes in these guys.
I mean, he's got a quarterback. Anytime you got a quarterback that you think is one of the best in the conference, then you should be responsible for winning a couple of games. And what a better scenario you could ask for if you're Alonzo Hampton. I mean, you've got a game on national television. Tiffany Green is in the booth calling the action there. You've got what you want. People will see it, and you can get that home victory. That would mean so much to this program.
Well, back to receive it, Christian Gamage and Damon Dawkins. Ready to get this one. Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez off his leg and into the end zone for a touchback. Well, you talked about UAPB has a quarterback, and so they've got a lot of faith in the redshirt junior Makai Hagans, who will trot onto the field. And Makai Hagans is a guy out of St. Louis, Missouri. He's got a good arm, can break that pocket, good speed, and a mixture of a lot of what you'd like to see, Jay.
I want to see him. I mean, he has the size. You know, he's very mobile. He can get around, and they really like what he does, what he brings to the table. Dual threat quarterback. Heard a lot about him my first time seeing him in person, but you see the numbers there. Good quarterback, good touchdown to interception ratio at 13-3.
Well, this is a group coming off a tough loss to Alcorn State last week. They were in that ball game all the way into the fourth quarter. Makai was 14 of 28 for 237 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. First play from scrimmage, and Makai takes off and gets a couple of yards on the carry. Davier Farrow with the tackle. Davier Farrow, correction.
See the pink socks on the quarterback, honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October.
Jay, you got to get your pink on before the end of the month. And on the carry, that's B.J. Curry. And Curry, who has nowhere to go, in on the stop was James Cate the third, a loss of 1. So now that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And here, you've got to think that he's going to look to number 11, Giovanni Gibson, who we featured in the open, his go-to guy thus far this season.
Absolutely, and this is what you want.
unit will come on.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign for Arkansas Pine Bluff. I mean, they only rushed 4, and you had 2 Prairie View A&M defensive linemen able to beat their man and get in the backfield. If it weren't for the athleticism of Hagens, it would have been a sack by one of the players there. He did a good job just getting rid of that football. But let's keep an eye on that offensive line for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
So a 3 and out for the Golden Lions. Jeremy Baker out of Oakland, California, set to punt it away. High snap goes into the end zone. And it's going to be a safety. So again, not the start you want to have if you're UAPB.
I mean, this center just airmailed this over the punter's head. Nothing he can do. And pretty heads-up play. Go ahead and kick it out of bounds and give up the 2 points rather than risk Prairie View falling on it and getting a touchdown in the end zone. But things like that, which make getting conference wins tough for this young Arkansas Pine Bluff team.
It was Rio Hay who airmailed that one. And so if you're Alonzo Hampton and you're trying to, rally the troops and trying to get that first win in conference play, how do you make sure that they stay focused and don't let that hinder them so early in the game?
Well, he's got a pulse of his team. He knows they're a young team. They only have 6 seniors that really play, so it's all part of the growing pain. So offense trying to show up defense, and then special teams has to show up as well. When you're young like that, you make young mistakes. You're playing on national TV, and probably the long snapper was just a little bit too excited, put too much on that snap. But it's the little things. It's the little things in football games that really separate this team. When you're talking about a team that played Alcorn, the team that's predicted to win the SWAC West in the preseason polls, and they were with him for 3 quarters. I mean, that game was really good, and that gave him hope that we're going in the right direction, but just not the start that they want right now. But you're only down by 2 points. If you lose 2-0, you deserve to lose. So there's going to be a lot more points scored in this game.
Let's see how the defense holds up as Trey Glimp gets it off. And here on the return, that's Scooter Adams, and Scooter Adams was met quickly. And so let's see how that fires up the Golden Lions as a strong play on special teams.
Maybe that's what you need. How do you get a team that's down and out, used to losing a little bit? Give up the safety, come out. Somebody just make a hard tackle. You saw some energy on that sideline. Nice start for the Panthers. Just a quick little out route on the run, get them the ball, then great downfield blocking. Number 1, Shamar Savage really winning his battle there. That's what you like to see from your 6'4" wide receiver on the edge.
22-yard pickup. They keep the ball on the ground this time. It's Brooks trying to stretch the perimeter, gets to the outside, and a gain of about 8 on that one. So winning first downs, that's one of the emphasis that OC Anthony Wheaton talked to us about this week, and that's the type of positive play that they want to see.
Yeah, they want to stay ahead of the chains. And in this game here, I think if they run the ball on first down, they'll have more success than they've had all season. This is a very big offensive line for Prairie View against an undersized UAPB D-line.
This one complete once again, 3 for 3 as James Burns this time. The target on the other end of that pass from Jaden Johnson, brought down by Zach Williams.
And they're making this look too easy. I mean, you got a quarterback making his first start. Look how wide open they are. I mean, that's a curl route. And you're down inside the red zone. They've got to get up close. We know that UAPB is banged up in the secondary and struggling. But they're making these throws so simple.
From the red zone, and it's Jaden Johnson who trips, was trying to follow his blocker, slips on the turf, and it's going to bring up second down, loss of 1.
One of the few times they haven't gained positive yards on any of the plays and just lost his footing there. There was daylight to the outside.
But already a positive start, obviously, with a shortened field after the safety. So favorable field position now. Second play inside the red zone. 2nd and 11. A pass. Johnson throws it up. Touchdown. That's Jeremiah Ratliff on the receiving end. The 16-yard TD pass and catch. And the Panthers on the board first.
They made that look easy. I mean, they drove the ball all the way down the field. And this play came off of a look that they had given you on the previous play when he slipped. Well, you're thinking he's going to run the same play again, but they slipped the running back out instead of blocking. Runs right by number 37, Marquise Allen Patman for the touchdown.
And the point after attempt is no good, but an 8-0 advantage early on for the visitors.
Good touch right there, making it look easy. Too much separation. The boys from Texas up 8-0.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender, signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
You like watching TV shows and movies? Don't watch on that. You want a Quest. Look at that. It's a movie theater in your living room. What? And you want to go to the gym. Then you remember gyms. Bring the gym to you.
Let's do this.
That's what I'm talking about. Whoa! And do you want to play the hero or be the hero?
Wait, I could be Batman?
Yep. Bang! Time to become
The Knight.
Okay, y'all. Yeah. You got this.
The truth about DIY is you never really do it all by yourself.
Because this setup took 2 videos and a quick demo. You can change your color here. And all of this started here, detoured here, and ended
down here.
And this pizza wasn't delivery. This was.
I wonder if they do have it.
We do. So whenever you start a project,
Don't worry.
you're not alone.
We can do this together.
So what are you working on?
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
What an SEC on ABC college football lineup we have for you tomorrow. Number 7, Alabama hosts South Carolina at noon. Then it's the 120th Red River rivalry game at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas between top-ranked Texas and number 18 Oklahoma. Finally, Ole Miss and LSU in Death Valley, a top 15 matchup. What a triple header of games we have for you on ABC. Boy, how does the Crimson Tide rebound after that shocker in Weston?
They'll find a way.
Vandy.
It's the SEC. And how about that SEC matchup? First time it'll be a Red River rivalry. That's an SEC game. Texas and Oklahoma. And I always know it's that time of year because you know who plays in the Cotton Bowl the week before they play? Prairie View.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
State Fair Classic.
State Fair Classic is such a thing, and that one goes out of bounds. So the ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line of UAPB to start.
That's almost like a mental error. I mean, you kick the ball out of bounds, but so many other things you can do. You kick it short, but you got a team down 8-0, and they're leaving the door open. I mean, they should be up 9-0. They're only up 8-0, so that's just one possession. So you're continuing early in this game to have Pine Bluff think they've got hope that, hey, we can get it together and beat these guys.
So second offensive possession for UAPB, and let's see if they can turn things around again. Very high on Mekhi Higgins, and this offense, according to Alonzo Hampton here, drop back to pass. Higgins has the outside coverage, and what a catch by Dawkins. And look, he was held. That jersey was held a little bit on the coverage by Freddie Bird III, and still Damon Dawkins able to haul it in.
And this is a good job. Man-to-man coverage on the outside. And Dawkins is a guy the coach was saying, we hope he's ready to have a breakout game. They say he's tremendously talented, and they've been waiting for him to emerge.
30-yard pickup, and now that brings the Golden Lions into Panther territory. And let's listen in to Wyan Myers, the third, our referee for tonight.
It's a catch by the offense. The previous play is on the further review.
So they're going to take another look at this, Jay, to see if indeed it is a catch and that Dawkins was able to hold on to it. Our replay official, Hubert Owens, tonight. So we will look along just as much as they will do up here in the booth as well.
I think that's
Another
a catch.
catch, yeah.
I think that's a catch. So it should be a quick review. You know, sometimes you say when you leave your feet, you must complete the act of the catch, but I'm not calling him leaving his feet there necessarily. Otherwise.
I mean, from those two angles, it appears that he did hold on to it. Now there you can see Freddie Bird, the defender, trying to punch the ball out as well as he's going to the ground. But again, you have to have, you know, video evidence to overturn it. And is there enough that you feel would reverse the call on the field, Jay?
No, I think he made a great football play there. And didn't really elevate to jump. Might have just turned around. Was in control of the football all the way to the ground.
And one more look here. So he's got possession. He holds on to it. You see his arm underneath it as it goes to the ground. Now, does the ball move slightly and move out of his possession? Let's hear from Wyan Myers.
Yeah, I thought they were in trouble. And that's because, you know, you must complete the act of the catch. And that little jump he made means when he goes to the ground, they're saying he left his feet. He's got to come up and be able to show the ball to the official. So that's a tough break, but thought he might have got away with that little hop. It wasn't really like a real jump.
So that wipes out a 30-yard reception, and so they go back into their own territory as UAPB will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. It's now 2nd and 10. BJ Curry in the backfield goes out wide. And Higgins waits, looks for an opportunity, and is pushed out of bounds. No gain on the play as he's helped up by a Prairie View A&M defender.
You know, we talk about this offensive line for Arkansas Pine Bluff. You know, one of the smallest lines I've seen. They only have one person on that offensive line that weighs 300 pounds. Everybody's less than 300 pounds, so they don't have a lot of mass. That's why I think blocking is going to be a challenge for them tonight.
Number 77, the left guard, Courtney Van Buren, the second, is the one slated at 300 pounds. Here on 3rd and 10, Higgins flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left, looking downfield, still going, and then skirts out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down.
Man, I mean, that's so tough. It's going to be a long night for Higgins because they're only rushing 4 and they're getting to him. It's like a jailbreak on every play. He's got to do something athletic to make somebody miss.
So Bubba McDowell's defense doing what it needs to do, forcing back-to-back 3-and-outs. And looking to add to this 8-0 advantage when his offense gets the ball back. And you see good coaching there right into the face of Freddie Stokes Jr. Punted away, waiting for it. Off the bounce, and that's Nevin Cooper who takes it, still on his feet as he swung out of the tackle, across the 40, 45, still going, and just around the 50-yard line. So UAPB giving up some of the return. Prairie View A&M looks to take advantage. They've got great field position for the return.
Let's unretire.
Why not?
Let's see.
Hey. I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
Some people deny the power of Flamin' Hot. Spicy deniers. They try to deny it to everybody.
Not hot at all.
But sometimes it's just impossible. So why deny it? Unleash your Flamin' Hot.
It was love at first sight for him, but I definitely said I love you first. We call each other love. Amor.
When you know, you know. The Bureau Wang Love Collection.
Welcome back here to Pine Bluff. It's second down after Connor Wisham rushed for 5 yards on first down. He stays in the backfield to the right of Jaden Johnson, fifth-year senior out of Memphis. Looks and dropped as that was in and out of the hands of Connor Wisham. And it's going to bring up third and medium. Well, that last drive for Prairie View A&M, 6 plays, 62 yards, just over 2.5 minutes, and Johnson was 4 for 4 on the drive. That's his first incompletion of the night, but he found 4 different receivers in the process, Jay, spreading the wealth. That's of great importance tonight for Johnson in this offense. First third down he'll face tonight.
I'm good right here, bro.
Some people deny the power of Flamin' Hot. Spicy deniers. They try to deny it to everybody.
Not hot at all.
But sometimes it's just impossible. So why deny it? Unleash your Flamin' Hot.
It was love at first sight for him, but I definitely said I love you first. We call each other love. Amor.
When you know, you know. The Bureau Wang Love Collection, exclusively at sales, the Diamond Store.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I?
He did it again. Yeah, poor guy.
Oh. What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
ESPN College Football is presented by McDonald's.
A look at the Arkansas Railroad Museum, which includes the Cotton Belt 819 steam locomotive and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Good news, folks, the admission is free. A historic collection of railroad equipment inside. And just for context, it's about an hour's drive outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. Back here with you, Jay Walker, Tiffany Green, an 8-0 advantage for Prairie View A&M on the road here at UAPB. And Zamarian Weber with his first carry of the night up the middle and a gain of about 6. So nice run to start things off on his first carry of the night, the redshirt freshman out of Franklin, Louisiana. Well, quick tempo here for UAPB. And the Golden Lions, once again, keeping on the ground, trying to get to the outside or stretch it out a little bit more. That's Weber once again. And that's going to bring up first down as he was able to get enough yardage for the first down.
Weber giving him a little spark.
Losing the sticks.
Transfer from the University of Louisiana Monroe. Came over with offensive coordinator Tony Hull, and complete backs, got all the tools. And you know what? Seems like he's running with a little spark. Running with a little spark, and that's what you need in these type of situations. Who can be that spark plug in the backfield?
You talk to the coaches, hey, look, banged up at a couple of positions. Running back is one of them. So an opportunity for others to step up. It's Higgins who feels the pressure up the middle. He's brought down by Jamal Marshall. The sack by big number 93, Jamal Marshall, who can be disruptive, and he was just then.
They have the strongest defensive lineman they have and just does a great job of getting underneath the center, Christian Love. Assault early from the very first possession. Protection is going to be the problem for Arkansas Pine Bluff tonight. They've got to figure out a way to just stop the front four. Prairie View's not doing anything fancy. They just got 4 defensive linemen. And they're coming after the quarterback. They've been able to get there.
After being backed up 7 yards here on second down, Higgins one-on-one trying to escape. He can be a creative artist with the ball in his hands on the run. And he goes out of bounds and a flag thrown in at the end of the play as Keon Jones forced him out of bounds. Pickup of 8, but let's listen in on the call after the penalty marker was thrown. Meanwhile, the marching musical machine of Mid-South giving us some sounds.
Personal foul's going to send them back even more. I just almost feel like Hagen's going to have to keep running like this. I mean, pulling it, does a good job in open field. One guy's not going to bring him down. Look at the shake, the shiftiness. Cuts across the grain, but it was all for naught. It's a penalty to bring it back.
And so this is difficult if you're trying to get any momentum if you're UAPB. Because anytime you start to see positive plays, some miscues happening on offense and then on special teams. And here, on second and a long way to go, Higgins looking downfield. And the pass incomplete, and another flag comes out. That was thrown in the area of Donovan Giles.
The defense, so that's a great job making the throw. I mean, the chances of you converting 2nd and 27 or whatever it may have been were pretty slim. But you get outside the pocket, throw the ball, and that pass interference right there, first down.
That was against Terrell Coleman Jr., the nickel within that Panthers defense. And so pass interference, fresh set of downs, 15-yard penalty, moves them up some. And Ryan Myers, who's having technical difficulties, our officials, Mike.
Defensive end position by the left tackle. I think it was Rolando Jones. And that's after it had occurred, but easy one for them to call there.
And if you're Tony Ho, you're seeing positive yardage, positive plays, but then you see yourselves shooting yourselves in the foot in the meantime.
And that's what we talk about them being a young team. You know, they can't put it all together. They've got some flashes. We see some skill position guys that are good. Hagen's a quarterback, very exciting. Weber, good running back. Spark there, just a freshman. He'll be a good one.
They give it up. This time it's B.J. Curry on the carry. And Curry, a gain of about 4 on the play. Brought down by a pile of Panthers. And so here on second down, now you've got to get across midfield and to the 43-yard line. You've got a couple of downs to work with. But what would you like to see from Mekhi Hagens on the second down?
I'll go by what their coach said. Coach Hampton said, I just need him to manage the game. Just manage the situation. You don't have to get it all back, but you don't want to get another negative play. Don't take a sack. Don't risk the interception. Sometimes just get rid of it or take the short throw if they give it to you.
Hagens looking, has time, makes the throw, has a man. It's completed to the hands of Javonte Gibson and touchdown. The SWAC leader in receiving yards and touchdowns adds to his total here. 59 yards for the score.
We talked about it in the open. He averages 26 yards per catch. Will increase that number now, able to get behind the secondary for the big play for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
What an impressive play to get under that one, and a great throw made by Mekhi Hagens as well.
I've been wanting to see him throw, but he's been running so much, we couldn't tell if he could throw the ball or not. We knew he had great escapability, but also able to throw an absolute dime to Gibson.
Limp on to attempt the extra point. It's up and it's through. Well, they're within 1. Hey, UAPB, the second longest play from scrimmage this season, Jay.
Absolutely. He said, if you give me some time, I can throw a dime. Pretty play for the Lions.
It's high noon, and the winter's clear. 7 out of 10 cats prefer Blue Tastefuls chicken to Iams chicken. And with Tastefuls' delicious natural ingredients, it's easy to see why. Blue Tastefuls, a taste cats love made with natural ingredients.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save money every day with the Fun 99 menu. Treat yourself with the new cream slushes for $1.99 each. Grab a power lunch for under $6, or feed a whole family for under $20. Save how you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
First ever Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN Plus had this bad boy custom made for this exact moment. Coach Harbaugh back under those Monday night lights.
What a play!
To duel in the desert with Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., and the Cards.
Touchdown, Arizona!
All streaming live on ESPN Plus. Yeah, that's not going to work. Maybe just a mouth guard.
After 50, sore joints, it can slow us down. I'm not ready for that. I found a secret to turn back the clock on my stiff, achy joints by years without products that just temporarily hide my symptoms and may have scary side effects. My secret? Instaflex Advanced.
Get a complimentary sample just by texting STAGE to 321-321.
Instaflex Advanced targets the root cause of joint soreness and stiffness with a unique combination of 5 key natural ingredients found nowhere else. Key ingredients backed by 5 clinical studies. Instaflex Advanced is so powerful, I had better knees in just 1 week. You got to try it.
Instaflex Advanced is the #1 selling joint brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary sample by texting STAGE to 321-321. Plus, text now and we'll include a tube of Instaflex pain cream for fast-acting relief from the pain of arthritis, backaches, and sore muscles absolutely free. Text STAGE to 321-321 today.
Good SWAC West battle going on here from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. That's where the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff is located. Just over 2,000 students. Dr. Tamika LeGrand, Dr. Lawrence B. Alexander is the chancellor of the university, and some notable alumni: L.C. Greenwood, Smokey Norfolk, the Grammy Award-winning artist, gospel singer, and pastor as well, Teron Armstead, and Jay, in my research, Ernest J. Harris, an entomologist. How many entomologists do you know?
What? First of all, what is an entomologist?
I'll tell you after this return. Of like a special species of wasp. Yeah. Just for your little known fact here tonight. It's fun though in researching, because oftentimes we think of, some of the well-known names that come out, and obviously the football stars of L.C. Greenwood, as we mentioned, and Teron Armstead, but also those who make outstanding contributions in all fields. As Jaden Johnson in the offense back on the field for the Panthers. And a short pass complete to the tight end. And that's Jace Medlock, a pickup of 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Time to run the ball. I mean, I think they were having success running the football, particularly on first down. If you want to win first down, then, establish control of the line of scrimmage. I think the offensive line for Prairie View has done a pretty good job winning their battles. But they're throwing the ball a lot.
Throwing the ball, and that one is complete. And that one was threaded in there. That's Trajan Spiller, first time he's been targeted tonight, and they love him in those intermediate routes, Jay.
Absolutely. Mr. Reliable. That's what they call him. He's going to be at the right place at the right time, can do all the little things that you need. Tough catch, holds on to the football. First down for Prairie View.
Well, back in Golden Lions territory, ball spotted at the 34-yard line. And Scooter Adams standing behind Johnson. Adams gets it, and Adams finally flung down and brought down by Marquise Allen Patman.
What's that called? That profession? What was it? About the
Entomologist.
Entomologist. Well, I'm looking at Scooter Adams. He just reminds me of a little jitterbug. He's the lightning guy there. Not very heavy, hitting the hole, giving you all he's got. But once you get hands on him, you can bring him down.
They give it to Adams once again. And they're keeping pace with Adams quickly, not gaining too much from that line of scrimmage. Another pickup of 2, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 here.
Adams tries to hit the hole hard, but he weighs about 175 pounds playing running back at 5'7". Plays over when he gets there, but the way they've been throwing the football, and you have to wonder, would this be 2-down territory for Prairie View if they come up just a little bit short?
Looking to convert on their first 3rd down tonight. Jaden Johnson looks, has time, and the pass is incomplete. So 0 for 2 now on 3rd downs. Shamar Savage, the intended target. You wondered if this was going to be 2-down territory, but Johnson trots off the field. And it's going to be a field goal attempt here for PV.
Right outside the comfort zone. When we talked to the coach, he said, 45 yards, I feel good. This is a 47-yard attempt, a little bit out of the comfort zone. But with the wind, he said, in calm conditions, he's electing to go for it.
Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez puts it up. And does it have the length? No, just off the crossbar. And no good. You talked about that length, and it was
kicker.
Just short.
He knew his kicker. Like he said 45 all day. With the wind, I'll go up to 50. With the wind, well, that punt right there, short from 47, needed an extra yard. Good shot at it, but
online. And no win tonight, Jay. So.
No win tonight. It's about a foot short, maybe. Downward trajectory, yeah. That close. Good sign if you're Arkansas Pine Bluff, you're starting to get a couple things to go your way.
Well, after giving up the safety on the opening possession and a touchdown, they are within 1. And again, Zamarion Weber, who has been a nice spark for this UAPB group, 8-yard pickup on 1st down. O'Shawn Ross injured, but we've gone through a litany of running backs we've seen for the Golden Lions this season, this time quickly from the line of scrimmage, and Weber with a yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for UAPB in the closing minute of the opening quarter here.
Make the right decision here if you're Hagen's at quarterback there. Obviously, he's going to give you a zone read option, whether or not you're going to pull the ball or elect to run it yourself. This is where you have to be intelligent in the running game as a quarterback.
So Hagen's seeing all types of pressure going in the wrong direction, rolls over the official and just throws it away.
And depends on where they're going to define the tackle box, because the ball did not make it to the line of scrimmage. And I mean, he's just running. And this is the thing, like, they want him to avoid it. If you see it coming right away, never seen the official get run over like that. Look at that. You got to get better footwork there from the center judge.
So 14.7 seconds left in the opening quarter, and this was an opportunity for UAPB to just keep the ball on the ground on 3rd and 1 and run it and try to pick up the 1st down. Instead, they're going to have to punt it away.
Scratch my head on that. I mean, when you're a team and you're, why call the deep pass or the pass play when you need 1 yard to keep the drive going? And after this punt, they're going to change the possession. They'll be scratching their head on that one.
So Baker on the punt and just getting out of the way of that one. And called his own
our field, and this is what we want.
Here comes the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's how I
Travis Hunter, one of the most dynamic players. Should be a lot of fun, crucial in the Big 12 race.
There are some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals and look forward to a more confident future.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. 3 p.m. Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46 a.m. Coke. Yeah, you're built different. $1 soft drinks, any size, gotta be Wendy's.
When your bedroom has everything you need, it's okay to give everything else a rest. Welcome to the Good Night Club. Find your dream bedroom at IKEA.
Look what I've just made. The perfect pearl.
Not too bad, but check this out.
Whoa, a true Venus clam.
Red Bull gives you wings.
And Doug.
Whoa, we moved. We're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save!
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You can't see the over $400 billion we invested in our network, but you rely on it every day. You can't see the nearly 2.5 million connected businesses, but they fuel growth. And you can't see the interconnectivity of 28,000 public safety teams, but they protect us. You can't see it, but for 148 years, AT&T has proudly connected Americans.
Help people affected by hurricanes Milton and Helene. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover. And Jay, just so much has taken place over the last few weeks, and my family personally was fleeing the storm of Hurricane Milton, projected to hit the Tampa Bay area, just hit south of there. But you think about Helene and its effects going all the way up through Asheville, North Carolina, even touching parts of Virginia as well. As we're back here and on the catch, that's Jeremiah Ratliff with the reception. I mean, just, I like to count myself as one of the fortunate ones, but really there are so many people who are dealing with so many different things, as there's an injury timeout on the field with a player down for UAPB. And so Alonzo Hampton coming on to check on Kalen Bradley, the linebacker. So we will step aside here for this injury timeout. Come back with us.
Some days you can feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. And treatment is 4 times a year. In a survey, 91% of users wish they'd started sooner. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Chronic migraine may still keep you from being there. Why wait? Talk to your doctor about Botox and get in the picture. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines. This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Well, Kalen Bradley not able to put any pressure on that right leg as he's helped to the sideline, and will get looked at. And that's something that has really hampered this UAPB defense, especially all season long, are injuries. And here on the break, nice run there by McDowell, and Lamagier to McDowell with a strong carry, 14-yard pickup and a first down.
Good job, and this is what I talked about. I think the offensive line for Prairie View A&M can do a good job controlling the line of scrimmage. I mean, this is a huge offensive line. The tackles are all both 6'6", over 330 pounds, and you give them a little scat back in the backfield, making them miss with some moves there, which is McDowell, who's the power back, but showing you he's got some shiftiness as well. And that's kind of what I thought we would see in this game. Come out, establish McDowell, this big offensive line, force feed the run, gain control of the line of scrimmage. But Bubba McDowell, the coach, who's a defensive guy by nature, willing to open up the offense a little bit. And his offenses look pretty good in this game so far.
Fresh set of downs. McDowell stays in that backfield. Johnson with the pass complete. That's Albert Thomas again, but really nowhere to go as he's wrapped by a number of black and gold jerseys as the helmet of Thomas comes off and a flag flies out in the process. You see the officials having a quick discussion after an aggressive swarm of defenders around the receiver.
I'd have to see at the penalty about whether or not Thomas can stay in the game. He's running off to the sideline now. Now, if it comes off because of a penalty, he can stay in the game. So I guess he's under the assumption that they're going to penalize, and maybe that's what the flag was for.
Personal foul.
Wasn't it his helmet that came off?
Yeah, but he gets the hands to the face penalty. And let's look at the end of the play again.
The play's pretty much over. They're doing some extra effort there, but I mean, the Prairie View lineman that came in and did it. Oh wow! Wow, that's a tough break. And that's a tough call there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just running hard, and
it was one of him and like 5 Golden Lions around him. Flip to James Burns on the sweep, and a flag comes out again as first hit delivered.
This is one of those plays you can no longer do in college football. That blind side, like we used to call it the wipeout block. Keep your head on the swivel block, and this is going to go against Prairie View for that.
The second blindside block of the game, and Prairie View going in the wrong direction here. Back-to-back penalties against the Panthers.
And I mean, it's what you can't have. Be on the top half of your screen. He's coming in there, bam. Guys coming in. They want you just to shield him now. So Shamar Savage, the wide receiver, went for the big hit on a guy that's not looking. They rather you just get in the way. You're almost pushing. Can no longer hit him like that. in today's college football world.
Now, back in the day when Bubba McDowell was a national champion with the Miami Hurricanes,
you
and then
wind
in the
up
NFL.
hitting them hard as you wanted to. You gave them all you had. That's what the term used to be, keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
And because of stuff like that. And, I mean, that was an easy call from the official. I saw it when it played out that was going to be an easy flag for them to throw.
Second and forever here for Prairie View. Let's see if they can make some of that yardage back. And Jaden Johnson decides to take off and run in to UAPB territory. Once again, chased down by Jamarlin Green. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 20 here as the clock still is winding. Jaden Johnson so far, who has had himself a solid first half. 11 of 13 through the air and 97 yards in there. He took out for a 9-yard run here.
Been stuck on 8 points for a while, though. I mean, even this drive, they got the ball down to about the 37-yard line, but now they find themselves just getting over the 50 and got to pick up 20 yards to get this first down.
And a flag comes out. And we will await to get the call here.
Sideline warning. Next time it won't be a warning, it'll be a penalty.
And Jay, this is when Alonzo Hampton needs the musical marching machine of the Mid-South, M4, kind of help get into this game as well. Marching musical machine of the Mid-South in the direction of John Graham Jr.
They're a good one of the underrated bands. I think they're underrated. We talked about it because people just don't see it. You know, when you got a band that size, you don't always take them with you on your road trips. When you come here, you leave here knowing that they can blow.
So the handoff, and Connor Wisham, who is just looking for a little space and daylight, and picks up almost half of it. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the punting unit on for the Panthers.
Now, this is, you know, normally you don't get too excited about a punt, but I want to see how this plays out, because if they can pin Arkansas Pine Bluff inside, let's say their 5-yard line, with the way that we know Higgins likes to scramble. He likes to scramble going backwards. So, you know, they're going to come forward and try and get another safety in this game. So let's see if Prairie View can pin them deep.
Jasso.
Of course not. That's
on
a shame.
Punt. No,
He shanked.
shank indeed.
Oh, my goodness. Of course. I set him up so he can do his job and get some accolades for it. And you know what? You got it all set, and he does that to me with the shank. 8-7 Prairie View still.
What's up at DQ? 2 sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, all white meat chicken in your choice of wing famous flavors like honey barbecue or Parmesan garlic. Hurry in, wing joint flavor is at DQ. DQ, happy tastes good.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
Football.
yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina.
Come on. They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias. Right there's great.
Love you, honey.
Thanks, Mom.
We've got 24 hours to get all of this under control.
Then you're gonna need these.
today.
Oh, we can deliver that.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, get delivery at the speed you need only at the Home Depot.
Let's see who's bringing the flavor tonight. Brought to you by McDonald's, the UA marching musical machine of the Mid-South. 5 times real fast, Jay.
No, that's your job. That is your job.
Or M4.
M4 is what they're known as. Oh, look at this play here.
That's Higgins to the left side, and nobody's getting to him as he's then rushed out of or run out of bounds. But that's a play of positive yardage, 20-yard pickup here. And Higgins, because he likes to scramble, decides to tuck it, run.
Good decision in the running game when to call his own number. Last thing I want to say about that Cody Rhodes with the M4 was nice. But the first time I saw an HBCU band with a wrestler, Texas Southern brought out Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah.
WrestleMania.
EST.
Yes, that was live, playing her theme song. But good interaction there, good recognition for M4 as well.
Pass complete. That's Giovanni Gibson, who has the lone touchdown for the Golden Lions. And a solid pickup there. Pickup of 7 on the play. Again, we told you about Giovanni Gibson, who's the best in the SWAC in terms of receiving yards. And it's the first play in Prairie View territory here on 2nd and 3. A pump fake, looking. Higgins finds his man again. Tripped up, it's Gibson. But it's going to be close. And that's going to be just enough to move the chains for the first down. When you look at this Giovanni Gibson wide receiver, what do you like about him?
He can run. I mean, for a guy, he's got size, great size. He's 6'3", but you see he's got the ability to get by you. A long strider, he can hit you with the deep ball. So if you're going to be tall and long legs, I don't need you averaging 4 or 5 yards a carry. You're the guy I want you to be the home run hitter.
Higgins looking for space and not able to do so as he was chased down and brought down by Stephen Shaw Jr. A loss of 2. That tackle for a loss of 2.
I mean, that was a loss of 2, but that was exciting. He is dynamic. When you talk about Higgins in the pocket, I mean, you can see the athleticism on display. He's got a good arm throwing the ball. He's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a free play. They whistled it dead as this was an opportunity, I think they thought, for a free play. Instead, it was just a little too aggressive there. It was Javid Jackson. So against the middle linebacker. And Javid Johnson was clearly offsides. Everybody saw it.
I didn't start with the blitz, but I'd be a little concerned. If you're going to blitz your linebacker, that means you're going to play one-on-one coverage. One-on-one coverage, they're going to Giovanni Gibson. So you need to get some safety help over the top to make sure you're not putting these cornerbacks on an island. And the tough part about blitzing Higgins, you can blitz him but still not even get there.
Higgins looking, man open, pass complete. And that's Christian Gamage, and Gamage does a little bit more as Keon Jones brings him down after that gain of 19.
They talk about having arm talent and arm strength. I mean, that was a throw. He basically had one step to throw that ball from the hash mark to the sideline.
There's a lot to like about Mekhi Higgins, who is a player that they feel like can help reel in wins. They feel like they got a chance to win every time that he's on the field just because of his athleticism and just how dynamic he is. And there, again, targets Gamage, and Gamage, who's hugging the sideline, a pickup of about 7 or 8 on the play.
I mean, look at the quick release. I mean, he doesn't take long to get rid of it. Once he recognizes where he's going with the football, he gets there in a hurry and quickly.
And a timeout taken by Prairie View with 7:43 here in this second half. And so now you're starting to see the momentum build for UAPB and the offense that Alonzo Hampton talked to us about earlier this week, how confident he was in this group and their ability. Says, hey, look, we've got an offense. We've got an offense despite being banged up, especially on defense. They give us a shot to win in every game. And this is a quarter where his group, honestly, Jay, when you look at the numbers, they're typically outscored in this second quarter, but that has not been the case. And they've got an opportunity on this drive to try to take the lead here.
To take the lead, which would be saying something. You know, you talk to him, you know, he's going to tell you he's got offense. I'm going to tell you he's got a quarterback that's dynamic, and he's got a wide receiver that's really, really good. You want to see the offensive line firm up a little bit, Mayor. I think that's the chink in the armor right there. But skill position-wise, we like the running back in Weber. I mean, they look good. They've got some pieces there. But I still think they're going to have trouble protecting their quarterback, and that's why they're vulnerable to the big play on defense.
Well, on the carry, that's B.J. Curry with the ball, dragging a pile with him. It's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Golden Lions. So the sophomore out of Magnolia, Arkansas, they say, look, this guy is just tough as nails, gets him closer and closer to the end zone. They feed number 24 again, and he's in for the touchdown. Second touchdown of the season for B.J. Curry from 8 yards out, and UAPB is on top.
Bring in your toughest running back, and this play was supposed to be bounced outside, but he saw a lane on the inside portion of it, made a cut, and the Golden Lions protecting the Lions' den, their first lead of this game.
Well, a nice drive engineered by the home squad as Glimp makes it 14-8, 8 plays, 74 yards, and better than 4 minutes taken off the clock. And how about B.J. Curry? He got cooking late in that drive to put UAPB on top.
The SEC on ABC, all day Saturday. At noon, Bama turns its sights to South Carolina.
You're talking about bouncing back. They're definitely looking for it.
Then, top-ranked Texas and Oklahoma square off in the Red River rivalry.
One of the great American rivalries.
And in primetime, Ole Miss travels to Death Valley to face rival LSU.
Death Valley is alive and electric.
The SEC on ABC, all day Saturday beginning at noon Eastern.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses. But my favorite part of our new hose build, the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. This is an exclusive release of our newest Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-749-6295. That's 1-800-749-6295. Or visit copperbullet.hose.com. Order now.
Kick off your Week 6 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the ESPN app. They'll have all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and previews of each game right up to kickoff. And then how about on our Monday night football game? It's the Bills taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. That's at 8 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes with Peyton and Eli once again on ESPN2. And so Jets head coach out,
what's going on
offensive
over there?
coordinator out, yeah.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot happening.
But I will say this, relax. Because anybody can tell you relax, it's Aaron Rodgers. R-E-L-A-X. a lot of football left to be played this season, so they're hoping that Mr. Rogers has another trick up his sleeve to get things going up in New York.
You hear M4 playing as UAPB has gotten things going. Devin Cooper on the return. And it's brought out around the 25-yard line.
This is getting crucial time right now for Prairie View A&M. If you come here on the road, you're up by 8. You give up 14 unanswered points to a team that has not won a conference game in 2 years. And they're in here for a fight. They let them hang around. Prairie View's got 2 losses in conference already. We'll get a chance to see what this team is made of. Do they have the fight?
Jaden Johnson, who's been sharp tonight. That pass complete. That's Ethan John. And John, the big tight end, has taken a couple of defenders with him. Quentin Sterling in the process. And that's a first down. Now, Jay, what you mentioned as now this team is trailing here, the Panthers averaging better than 8 yards on the ground, and you were kind of scratching your head earlier as to why they weren't running the ball more.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they have the bigger offensive line, and you're getting 8 yards a pop. Just give the ball to the running backs and let them do something. There's some creases there that can happen. They're electing to do a lot of first down runs, and that was probably the best run defense we've seen from Arkansas Pine Bluff in a while, but you have to wear them out.
Second down, Johnson looking to his left, scrambles outside the pocket and just throws it away. And a catch made on the sideline. Hey, Javonte Gibson just catching everything that's thrown his way.
Well, it was over 20 yards in the air, so knows
Right.
those are the type of balls he likes to do. But I'm just going back to the point. Both tackles for Prairie View A&M are 6'6", 340 pounds. The guard, 6'4", 340. The other guard, 6'4", 320. That's a big offensive line. But yet they seem more comfortable just throwing the ball instead of leaning on some bodies and just picking up 4 or 5 yards every time they run the ball.
They average about 88 yards rushing a game compared to nearly 200 through the air. That's where they're going to go here on third down, have to, and the pass is complete. And Shamar Savage gets them into Golden Lion territory. And Shamar Savage with a pickup of 21.
The big target that's got size, 6'4", sure-handed guy. They needed him in a crucial way. Comes up with the first down.
A first third down conversion for either team tonight. Just over 5.5 to go here. And the Panthers looking to answer on this drive, rolling to his right and just thrown out of bounds. A couple of white jerseys and receivers in the area of that one. And it's 2nd and 10. Remember, it was Jaden Johnson who came in the second half of that Grambling game. They were able to pick up a win there. And they like what they saw from him, so he gets his first full career start of the night here against UAPB on the road. Steps up and is brought down. Second effort and a great play by Anas Lugman.
The running back's supposed to chip in the backfield. He's not going to win that battle there. So when that happens, time to escape and leave the pocket. And good job by Luckman bringing him down.
Richard, sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And here on 3rd and 10, 4 wide receiver set.
It's a 3-man defensive rush. They're going to play heavy zone coverage.
And looking and pointing out and trying to get enough space
What a
for the
block.
first down.
What a block.
On the outside, and that's by Brooks, the running back. And that was good enough to spring him and pick up 11 yards for the first down.
I mean, look at this. Brooks is in the backfield, and he's small, 5'8", 180 pounds, but watch this block. Oh, that was the block that sprung the quarterback to help him get enough yardage for the first down to keep the drive alive.
The Panthers in sync now. On first down, and getting the carry and not much room to run was Wisham, king of a trio.
Well, and that was just a boring play, right? But it was a positive play. When you talk about winning first down, that's winning first down. Picking up positive yardage, staying ahead, 3.5-yard pickup there. Had he not lost his footing, he might have picked up some more. Let's see if they can stay committed to the running game.
Wrapped up and brought down at the sack. That big number 57, Mike Riley. Loss of 6. Mike Riley was ready the entire way.
Yeah, they had it dialed up. So they're bringing a linebacker blitz against a quarterback draw. That's the perfect defense you want in that situation because it takes time for the draw to develop. He's got a full steam momentum ahead, able to make the tackle for a loss.
10th play of the drive for PV. Chris Herron in motion up to the top of your screen, but Jaden Johnson going in the middle, and the pass incomplete to Shamar Savage. Golden Lions break that up, that secondary, holding tight. And it's fourth down.
Getting rid of the ball just in time, trying to hit Savage on a curl route. Defensive back, Patman able to get around and get a hand on the football.
And so the field goal attempt, a 50-yarder this time. We saw Garcia Rodriguez miss from 47 yards out. Going back even further, does it have enough leg this time? And it uses the crossbar to go over.
Good for him.
His 10th field goal of the season. That's good enough to lead the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And net points out of that drive.
Just right at 50 is his maximum range. He caught all of it. This time hit the crossbar and was fortunate to get it over after the crossbar denied him a field goal earlier in this game.
Now he was hoping and wishing and said, this time I'm trying it on the opposite end.
How about
and got it to go through.
Kick it a little bit further so that way you don't have to bring in the crossbar in the play.
Hey, his longest field goal of the season, and they're down just a field goal here on the road. Well, this is a Prairie View A&M team who has been to a couple of SWAC championship games in the last 3 years. And trying to battle in this unpredictable West Division. I mean, it's up for grabs. You talked about earlier, Alcorn State predicted to finish first, but Prairie View remains in the hunt. Southern, Grambling State, all in there. How about a much improved Texas Southern as well? Shout out to Chris Dishman, who was a teammate and a good friend of Bubba McDowell.
Well, let's see now how this can all shake out when you talk about the West and everything taking place. Although Alcorn hasn't looked great, they've got 2 victories in conference. Nobody else can say that. Southern fighting a little bit. I mean, it's open, but that's why I think we all agree. And Bubba McDowell will be the first to tell you, with 2 losses already in conference, you get to 3. It's going to be real difficult to see a path for you to make it to the SWAC championship.
Got 11 SWAC titles to their credit. Meanwhile, the loan for UAPB coming back in 2012. And that one complete across the middle as Higgins starting to warm up even more. That's a 14-yard completion. Hey, on that last drive too, when they were able to take the lead, Higgins was 4 for 4 on that drive. Javonte Gibson has been his guy all season long. And Higgins feeling the pressure on the run. What a throw. Is it a completion? They brought it in, and Gibson once more. And Gibson just keeps on impressing, Jay.
Oh, yeah, he's putting everything on display. Good job of settling down on the sideline. Quarterback can help come back to him. Toe in there, go down and get it. And this is what I want to see from this team. Good hands right there. Good job using his hands. You're a young team, but you got momentum a little bit. How can you finish off the half? Can you go ahead and realize we've got the lead and we can play from ahead and not relax? So a chance for us to see what this Golden Line football team is all about in this last 2 minutes of the half.
Well, the 2-minute timeout on the field, and we're going to step aside as well. Can they engineer another drive to net points? We'll find out from UAPB when we return.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Chunky is spicy, and it's good to be spicy. I'm talking hunks of fiery, delicious protein. Oh, is it hot in here? Or is it just chunky? Soup that eats like a meal.
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy, so you know we had to make our new 5-cheese mac and cheese the crave-worthiest, cheesiest pasta possible. Just like all of our mouth-watering oven-baked pastas. But try one for yourself, including our new 5-cheese mac and cheese next time you order at Domino's.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome. You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seeing this right here.
Switch to Verizon and get the new iPhone 16 Pro and get a new iPad and Apple One all on us. That's over $1,600 in value. Only on Verizon.
We almost to the top. You gotta keep pushing. Start to. You wanna get in my way. Step back, making this train. The top. This is where the legends live. We coming in, hit teams in the face. The physical color. Oh, goodness gracious. Only the best make it this far.
All roads led to this.
Cheryl Reeve's team is headed back to the finals. The WNBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV. Game 2, Sunday on ABC.
Jay Walker, Tiffany Green back here with you. Friday night from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, home of the Golden Lions. Right now, they've got a 14-11 advantage over Prairie View A&M. The Golden Lions with the football just past midfield. And the UAPB crew trying to pick up their first win in conference play. Needing to tack on some more insurance here on this drive in the final 2 minutes of the half. And when we've looked at Mekhi Higgins and what he's been able to do, the junior, redshirt junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, he's looked good, Jay. I mean, all around, he's started to come together and really figure things out. And while we have this moment, let's take a look at the All-State halftime report and what's on the way. The Red River rivalry preview, plus we'll talk more. We're going to mulling it over.
I like that.
I love that as well. And I guess what can we expect? Because what Quinn Ewers is expected to come back and be healthy, the Texas quarterback, as they take on Oklahoma in that big-time rivalry game this weekend. So Hagan sidearms that one into the hands of Damon Dawkins, the speedster. Normally lines up in the slot, but we also saw or heard that he would also be on the outside as well. They feel like he's a dynamic guy with his speed.
He's a guy who can be a difference maker. We had a great play that was taken away earlier in this contest. The senior from District Heights, Maryland.
Okay, up in your area,
Yeah,
or your
Potomac High School. They're in the district, the playmaker there. And I really am impressed with how quickly Hagens has that release.
Yeah, 7 straight completions for the Golden Lions signal caller. And you see number 8, this one into the hands of Giovanni Gibson. And Gibson is that playmaker, that guy who you like to see with the ball in his hands, just because, one, very sure-handed, but also he's got some speeds. Yeah,
he's got the speed, and this is what you call, the run after the catch. Yards right there, making a tough open field tackle. He's a good one, just a sophomore. That's why I talk about a bright future ahead of him.
4th 100-yard game, receiving yards to the air for Gibson. Play action, they tried to get it into Dawkins, and good defense there. Ahmad Robinson with the coverage.
Good job. Good break on the ball here by the defensive back. This is that slant route, comes in at a flat route and able to time it up just enough where it would have been a very difficult catch for Dawkins. And also, let's give credit to the offensive coordinator, Tony Hull. I mean, he does a good job of getting the ball to his playmakers. You know that Gibson has to get his touches. They wanted Dawkins to have a breakout game. So he does a really good job of play selection, getting the ball to his best players on the offense, which are the skill position guys.
Well, we knew about Giovanni Gibson coming in. We've mentioned Dawkins, a couple of guys who we haven't talked about in that wide receiver core that we may see the ball go in their direction. Both Armani Roan, who's a guy who they felt like they wanted to step up and could be kind of that next level guy for them, along with Kareem Burke, who came in as a transfer. So that wide receiver room, very competitive, but a lot of talent there to work with offensive coordinator Tony Hull. And just to remind our viewers, Giovanni Gibson, yeah, he did this back on that first touchdown drive for UAPB. He came in averaging better than 26 yards per catch on the season.
Man-to-man coverage, find a mismatch.
Higgins looking, somehow stays on his feet, avoids the tacklers, and then just decides to off and run it. Ran out of bounds by Bryce Turner at the 10-yard line after that scamper of 18.
I just saw defensive lineman number 90, Fred Stokes Jr., start pounding on the turf after the play was over. How does he do this? The wherewithal. They're trying to do the arm tackles. He makes Stokes Jr. miss right there. Becomes an athletic play, which looked like it was going to be a terrible play. Becomes a great play. I was worried he was going to take the sack. Instead, he found a way to escape.
Well, he shed about 4 of 5 Prairie View tacklers, and now second trip in the red zone for UAPB. And looking, BJ Curry, who had a touchdown before, still is on his feet, the extra effort, oh my, and the touchdown. They say he's tough as nails, and there was a great example for the Arkansas native. He does it again, 10 yards for the score.
Same play, we're gonna go left side, off tackle. You just find the running lane, and he explodes through, absorbs the contact, great balance. Those good runners know when they get close to the goal line. BJ Curry cooked up another touchdown. How do you like your curry?
I like it with a little spice. I like it with a little spice.
Put it
there,
on
Jay.
chicken. You put it on.
Yeah, you gotta put it on the chicken for sure, but some goat too.
Let's see. I thought you said curry goat.
The extra point is up and through. So after initially being down 8-0 in this game, couple of touch. Quick look for the players and coaches to talk about, hey, what you did well, what you didn't do well. And you saw that pat on the chest for BJ Curry after an excellent effort and run. And in talking with the coaching staff, you know, they said, hey, look, we wish we could clone players like BJ Curry for our program. Back on the return, the speedster here by Prairie View, and that's Burns on the field. We normally see James Burns. And Mike Riley with his second sack of the night. Both coming in the last, 4 minutes of gameplay.
Wow. UAPB is playing inspired football. It's like we're seeing the young football team grow up before our eyes. Can they finish out the half strong?
Going up to get that one, climbing the ladder was Trajan Spiller, and Spiller with an awesome grab. And the senior who has really excelled over the years. And surprised, Jay, that they're not taking any timeouts. I mean, obviously the sack put him back a lot, but looks like Bubba McDowell is content to let this one run out here. On 3rd and 8. And the pass is complete to David Murray. David Murray, the tight end. And it's a first down with 7.1 seconds remaining.
You've got time to get a completion. You've got a timeout there. But defensive back tried to jump the route, allowing Murray to pick up the first down.
Again, surprising, Jay, that so much time was taken off the clock as Prairie View now spins a timeout here.
So I think in this case,
or rather, Pine Bluff takes the timeout here.
Head coach Bubba McDowell didn't want to jeopardize having to punt the ball. You know, they were looking at 3rd and long. If they would have had to face a 4th down, then you'd give the other team an opportunity to go for the punt block a little bit. So he was playing a little bit close to the vest, and that's what defensive coaches generally do. They generally do that. Now, got something to realize, okay, hey, you know what? Maybe if we can pick up 15 yards or something like that, we may go for another field goal.
Johnson gets it across the middle. Trajan Spiller's got to get down, got to call that timeout. And so
They
now,
got it.
after that 13-yard pickup, it's going to leave just enough time for them to get off the field goal attempt.
Coming across, and good job of snatching the ball out of the air with his hands. Was Mr. Reliable, Rajon Spiller.
So already with a season-long field goal to 50 yards in this game tonight, Guillermo Garcia Rodriguez going to try to push it even further. Career-long 54-yard attempt. And Alonzo Hampton says, hey, before you do that, I'm going to spend a timeout.
And he just kicked one that had the leg, to go 55, 56 yards. We talked about it at the beginning. I mean, Alonzo Hampton, first word to use, what comes to mind when you think about Coach Hampton?
Energetic.
And I'm going to say this, it's not a false, made-up type of energy. Like, it's a genuine energy. I mean, he's got such a positive outlook on everything, and it's infectious.
He says, look, we're trying to change that mindset and bring the winning ways back like we had in the spring of 2021 when they made it to the SWAC championship game. Here, Garcia Rodriguez, 54 yards out. It's up, it's on target, and it is good. Whoa! And that's how we end the half. Bubba McDowell sees his kicker leg one out from 54 yards, a career long, and going down by a score into the locker room. What a first half it's been thus far from Pine Bluff. All types of things happening, doinking it through, whatever it takes. It's halftime, and we'll see the All-State halftime report with Zuit Mahinti, Joey Galloway, and Dan Bowen.
It's time to grow your business. Create a website. How? GoDaddy. Coding? Nah. But all that writing? Nope. AI. Done. Built.
Let's get to work.
Create a beautiful website in minutes with GoDaddy.
When a tough call finds you on the go, a syrup would be silly.
Woo! Hey, trying to Robitussin soft juice.
Packed with the power of Robitussin in every bite. Easy to take cough relief anywhere. Chew on relief. Chew on a
Robitussin.
Hey, Marco. What are you doing, buddy?
I've always wanted to be in a homecoming parade. I grew these flowers myself, but more so, I grew as a person. Check this. Showtime.
Roll Tide.
Allen's gonna take it. Touchdown. What an answer by Buffalo.
Salimos de noche con los perros en la yigua. Vestido de negro como si somos el SWAT. Ella me dice que lo quiero.
Wide open. Touchdown by Lazard.
Dale ven pa' acá, que yo soy la máquina.
What's up, guys? What I'm about to show you is going to change the way you shave your head forever.
You can shave your head in 90 seconds or less.
With no cuts or nicks. It's 100% waterproof.
It even works in the shower.
Introducing Remington's Balder Boss. With increased flex and 5 dual-track floating head design, get over 60% more head coverage for a faster, closer shave and skin-close results.
No nicks, no scrapes. Fit in the palm of my hand, and the results were amazing.
Shave in the shower or with any foam or gel. With Japanese-grade steel blades, plow through the thickest of hair. Anytime, anywhere. There's even a pop-up
B.J. Curry, toting the rock. Is this the game that helps turn around Pine Bluff's season?
The balance on that run.
7-point lead at the half. Joey is impressed as we welcome you inside the halftime report. Dan, Joey Zubin here with you. Everywhere you look in week 7, the action is going to be hot and heavy. Let's begin in the SEC with Texas and OU, Dan.
Yeah, this is such a great rivalry game, and Texas getting Quinn Ewers back. Arch Manning, everybody's enjoyed watching the last couple weeks, and he's played well, which allowed Quinn Ewers to get 100% healthy for this game. And you want him because that Oklahoma defense is going to try to come after him during the game.
And the key for Quinn Ewers is being healthy is he loves to throw on the run. He moves as well as anyone in the country and throws the ball. He always keeps his eyes downfield. Watch him climb the pocket here against Michigan, who has a pretty good defensive line, who put some pressure on Quinn Ewers, but they didn't get to him because he has the ability to come up, throw off a 1 foot, hits the tight end in the middle of the end zone, splits the safeties with the velocity on the ball as if he was standing still. And there's the same thing. Watch him climb the pocket. You see he has his eyes. He'll find an open area. He's pulling his way through this because his eyes stay downfield. And once again, flips one between the corner and linebacker, beating the safety right down the seam. And in this one, you can't really tell how good a throw this is because the other angle is even better. He throws this across his body, flips it over the linebacker in front of that safety before the corner can get there. His accuracy is amazing. So in the 2.5 games he's played, he's thrown 8 touchdown passes. And this was the last throw we've seen him make. This was UTSA in the second quarter. And you can see here, once he throws this ball, he'll sort of wince. And this was the last time we saw him.
And how about a 1-2 here, Joey? A half hour after that game ends, we're going to get Ohio State and Oregon.
This is the game that everybody in the Big Ten has been waiting on. Ohio State, one of the best teams in the country. Oregon, another top 5 team, but neither team has really been tested. Now this will be the big test. It's at Oregon. Ohio State has to travel clear across the country to get there. They're playing a game that everyone can't wait to see.
And all eyes on this guy.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith has been special. When you have a special player and you're Ryan Dan Chip Kelly, what do? Get him the ball. But get it 2 plays. Make sure he's going to touch the ball. And they do such a good job within the offense. You see him flipping him the ball on the reverse. Then you're going to bring him in motion. Bring him in motion. Why? Because we're going to hand him the ball on a jet sweep. No matter what defensive play they're in, whatever the call is, we're going to make sure the ball touches his hand. And even in the pass game or RPO game they have here, they do a great job of scheming to get him the ball. Use motion to widen the defense to make him the primary receiver. Put the ball in his hands because he's made special things happen every time he touches the ball. It's not just the highlight reel one-handed catches that he's making. It's every time he touches the ball, something special happens.
Continuing the great lineage of Ohio State wide receivers, I'm glad, Coach, you mentioned Chip Kelly. He's Ohio State's offensive coordinator, heading back to Eugene, a place and a program he helped rebuild. College game day there with Reese and the gang, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Big question in the Big 12. Why has it been so wide open? We got so many undefeated teams at the top, winless teams at the bottom. Bigger shocker, the undefeateds or the yet to wins? Dan with the answer next.
This halftime report is presented by Allstate. You're in good hands.
I'm your football obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me? Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save money every day with the Fun 99 menu. Treat yourself with the new cream slushes for $1.99 each. Grab a power lunch for under $6, or feed a whole family for under $20. Save how you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
¿Qué será?
about DIY is you never really do it all by yourself.
Because this setup took 2 videos and a quick demo.
You can change your color here. And all of this started here, detoured here, and ended
down here.
And this pizza wasn't delivery. This was.
I wonder if they do have it.
We do. So whenever you start a project,
Don't worry,
You're not alone.
we can do this together.
So what are you working on?
We're not going to win a game all season. Yeah, but at least we're not going to lose a tailgate all season.
How do you lose a tailgate?
You don't? Yes. That energy. Undefeated. We literally can't lose.
To an undefeated season.
Undefeated season.
This starts here, and this is what we want.
Here comes the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's how I do.
Travis Hunter, one of the most dynamic players. Should be a lot of fun, crucial in the Big 12 race.
Changes in the air. This isn't last season. This time, it's different.
You ever wish you could just think faster again? Are you tired of reaching for names and words during conversations? Trust me, you're not alone. That's why we developed new Doctor's Preferred Mindful Advantage, the cutting-edge, science-backed brain health supplement that will help keep your mental edge sharp.
To get your complimentary sample of new Mindful Advantage, just text GRASP to 231231.
Mindful Advantage helps you think faster by targeting 5 areas of brain function: attention, learning and memory, language, motor function, and even mood, with 5 key brain-boosting ingredients backed by 5 clinical studies. Don't settle for slowing down. Keep your mind and memory going at full speed with Mindful Advantage.
To get your complimentary sample of new Mindful Advantage, just text GRASP to 231231. Text now and we'll send you a bottle of Doctor's Preferred Magnesium absolutely free. Mindful Advantage is not available in stores, so text GRASP to 231231 now.
This halftime report is presented by Allstate. You're in good hands.
Hey, over on ESPN, it's the return of Cam Rising. Utah defense certainly helping out a little bit. That's not exactly where Sam Levitt wanted to put it. Utah was able to tack on a field goal. It's been a rough start, though, for Rising statistically. And Sam Levitt, Joey, using his feet on 4th and 7.
Yeah, you got to keep Levitt inside the pocket. He's athletic enough, and right now he's leading the team in rush yards.
Jordan Tyson, coach, on the receiving end. This is 26 yards.
Yeah, and the Utah defense trying to atone for their loss last week to Arizona started great, but Levitt picked them apart on that drive.
Yeah, so they missed the PAT there. That's why we're tied at 6 apiece. UNLV is all over Utah State. Next week, they have a huge game with Boise State Northwestern rolling in College Park. Other games Saturday. Joey, what's catching your eye?
I want to see Tennessee has to bounce back and see what they look like. A couple other teams, USC is bouncing back, and they're facing a Penn State team that is another physical football team. And USC so far in the Big Ten, Michigan, Minnesota, physical teams, they've had trouble.
And Colorado gets Kansas State coming into town. Kansas State, the favorite in the Big 12. They could hand them their second loss, a huge step towards that possible conference title by Colorado.
Yep, Buffs off the bye. That'll be the 4th of 4 for you, Joey and Matt, tomorrow on ESPN. Second half on the way. Both of these teams could desperately use a win to try to get back in the West Division race. And right now, looks like Pine Bluffs got the edge. Second half is next.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts.
Stu, Virginia.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Hey, what's up? I'm the W.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Look what I've just made. The perfect pearl.
Not too bad, but check this out.
Whoa, a true Venus clam.
Red Bull gives you wings.
class-leading safety features at every turn. The new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
It's high noon, and the winter's clear. 7 out of 10 cats prefer Blue Tastefuls chicken to Iams chicken. And with Tastefuls' delicious natural ingredients, it's easy to see why. Blue Tastefuls, a taste cats love made with natural ingredients.
Goldfish and chips. Together as one. Goldfish crisps. Light and airy. Totally irresistible. Taste how Goldfish does chips.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender, signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Formula One returns to the USA.
Bigger than me, I'm flying through the galaxy. Ain't no plan B, and we don't stand for this.
Oh, my goodness. On the day that feels defining for the destiny of the World Championship. We've got one hell of a race here in Texas.
It's our song.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by McDonald's from Simmons Bank Field here in Pine Bluff. The Noops strolling at halftime in the end zone as UAPB on top 21-14. He's Jay Walker. I'm Tiffany Green. Looking at that first half, after being down 8-0, UAPB really found a rhythm and got after it to take the lead.
Absolutely, but I think the key to this game is going to surprise you, partner. The key is going to come down to the offensive line. Whose offensive line can hold up? If you're Prairie View A&M, are you going to trust your offensive line and run the football? They did a great job in the first half. Second half, I think for Pine Bluff, the key is, can you protect your quarterback? If you can protect the quarterback, then we know that Pine Bluff has some weapons. So I'm going to say the offensive lines are going to be the key in the second half.
And the smaller of the offensive lines goes with UAPB. However, they were able to pick up 101 yards on the ground. So past the century mark, they're having success, Jay. Scratching your head because Prairie View was more effective on the ground early on.
Yeah, and numbers can go how you want them to do. So you see Prairie View, they only rushed for 66 yards, but they average over 7 yards per carry. I think they have to force the run. They're the bigger team. They should be the more physical team. They've got to make this game ugly, because if you make it all about finesse, I think Pine Bluff has some weapons that can do some damage.
Well, that was an entertaining first half for sure.
What about halftime? Halftime.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed. Look, it was the marching musical machine of the Mid-South, M4. It was their time.
They're good.
Very good. Excellent sound. Good size for a band. And as you mentioned before, Jay, underrated just because of why?
People don't see them all the time.
We don't see them often enough.
I think this is our second time coming to Pine Bluff in 6-7 years, something like that. So, but if you saw that band, you would learn to appreciate them. And I'm gonna give a shout out. And here's another category I think bands need to have: musical selection. Are you picking the songs that move the crowd?
Okay. And that one going all the way back for James Burns, who fields it back near the goal line and is able to take it out to the 14-yard line.
That's a mental mistake. Yep. I mean, all you have to do is just fair catch the ball and you get better field position than what they settle for. They got to get it together. Pine Bluff has to get it together. And I really want to see if the young team from Arkansas Pine Bluff, have they grown up enough and trust the process enough that they can hold on and play as well in the second half as they did the first.
Well, the worst starting field position for Prairie View. Coming out of the locker room, Jaden Johnson, who had success through the air. And they're going to wisely keep it on the ground. Again, that's something that you want to see more of from Anthony Whedon in this second half because of how effective they were in that first half. And look, this is a group out of Prairie View, Texas, about an hour outside of Houston, founded in 1876, nearly 10,000 students. Ken Houston, Lonnie Love, the comedian and actress, along with Sandra Bland, the activist, all alumni of the university, and great throw down the seam, and the pass complete to Jace Medlock. Medlock, the tight end, with a couple of catches tonight. This one for 23 yards.
Just running a seam route, gave him some play action because they set it up with the run. He just runs right down the seam. Nicely thrown ball from Jaden Johnson.
And tough to bring down is Connor Wisham, as Wisham, who was wrapped up by Antonio Johnson in a hard run of 5 yards.
Boring play, but 5 yards. You're ahead. That's called winning on first down. That's what they need to do more of, in my opinion. Force feed the run until Arkansas Pine Bluff proves that they can stop you.
We see an injured player down on the field for UAPB and able to pop back up in enough time. That's Antoine Jackson.
I did not know that Prairie View's up to 10,000 students now.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty large HBCU.
Indeed. And, you know, outstanding programs in agriculture and business.
ROTC.
ROTC for sure.
And one of the best, I say this, one of the top 5 FCS football stadiums in the country.
Yes.
One of the top 5.
Yeah, it was built in, 2016 or so, and they're able to hold 15,000, can expand it to more, as trying to expand his territory in the running game is Connor Wisham. And Wisham with a gain of 7 and a first down.
That's the key. Running the football. In the consecutive plays they run the ball, prove that they can stop.
Will know where to go and snuffed out very quickly as big number 0, Jaden Kelly, with that tackle for a loss of 2.
You know this, so they brought an extra guy down on the line of scrimmage. So they went to 5 guys covering up the offensive line. Kelly's an inside linebacker. So they got their attention. And if you're Prairie View, you set them up off of that. You just start doing number count football, determine what side you want to run to, but you don't abandon the running game.
Johnson again down the seam. This time it's incomplete, in and out of the hands of Trajan Spiller. 3rd and 12. I'm going to ask this question, Jay. David Callaway is working with a short-handed defense, but they've found ways to bring pressure. They've made plays when they've needed. What's been your assessment of this Golden Lions defense?
They're playing bend but don't break defense. They've given up some big plays, and we've seen Prairie View move the ball and throw for a number of yards. So it's just the bend but don't break defense. They haven't given up the explosive play, which has been their Achilles heel this season.
3rd down, 3 for 7 on 3rd down, and Jaden Johnson looking to escape and is going to be short, well short of the first down marker by about 4 or 5 yards, as Marcus Jones Jr.'s first or second game back.
Look, that back is tight. He got hit in the back. You can tell how he's running off the field, little gingerly, turned back to the defense and took a thump.
So Efren Jasso is going to line up to punt it away, with Christian Gamage standing at his own 10-yard line. Punt is up, and saw him muff one before. This time does his job in pinning UAPB deep into their own territory at the 10-yard line. That's where the Golden Lions will have the ball when we come back.
The SEC on ABC, all day Saturday beginning at noon Eastern.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh? It's like he chasing the ice cream truck. Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Only takes those T-Mobile savings and calls of the day. Respect. Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
When you need a tool that does it all, you need Tostitos restaurant style. Optimized for versatility, Tostitos can tackle every snack, big or small. Because if you're gonna do something, do it right. Tostitos restaurant style, made for snacking.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
Finding a home for us was tough, but our agent Joe just got our needs. Hey, Joe! He even clued us in on a local secret, a well-hidden dog, P-A-R-K.
Welcome back. Let's check out Jay's HBCU power rankings this week.
I'm going to make some fans down in Tallahassee, Yarna. Florida A&M been undefeated, been good, but these are power rankings. The best team I've seen with my own two eyes this year has been North Carolina Central, coming off an impressive non-conference victory as well. South Carolina State, Chennis Berry, the job he's doing in this first year. Morgan State, we've been telling you about it for a while, and Alcorn State as well. Grambling State on the bubble. They lost last week to this Prairie View A&M team, not doing themselves any favors, but I think it's pretty clear that North Carolina Central is clicking on all cylinders right now.
I would agree, Jay. North Carolina Central has looked strong throughout the first half of this season. Florida A&M coming off a win down at Alabama State during their homecoming, but an all-important game for Alcorn State and Grambling State taking place tomorrow. All eyes on that as the Braves currently 2-0 atop of the SWAC West standings. So a loss of 4 on that run pushes the Golden Lions back 2nd and 14. And they hand it off once again. And not a lot of room to run. A pickup of about 2 for Zamarion Weber. Weber, who came on strong late in that second quarter of this one, and Weber, who picked up 44 yards on 5 carries through the first half, now is 7 carries for 41 yards here on 3rd and 12. Line to gain the 20-yard line. And Higgins finds a soft spot, and Christian Gamage, the run after catch. And Christian Gamage, who we've also seen in the return game, the versatility of this young man, had 5 catches coming in. That, though, good enough. Head coach.
We saw some players saying there was a fumble on the play. Ball was out. Were able to hold on to it. Some of the things I'm starting to notice, Prairie View getting a little frustrated, starting to roll the dice a little bit and play some more man-to-man coverage, which is living dangerously with the offensive firepower wide receiver that UAPB has.
Higgins able to get it out of his hands. Giovanni Gibson, his fave target, and OC Tony Hall, who is from the state of Louisiana, and get this, worked 3 years at NASA, engineer by trade, but also showing his duality as a offensive coordinator here on this UAPB staff. So far, what do you think about the way he's called this game?
He calls it to his strengths. I mean, get the ball to his playmakers and in space and let them make plays. Good job doing the job he's doing with Higgins. This is an explosive offense.
Higgins steps up in the pocket, finds his man. Does he haul it in for a catch? And they're going to say,
they're going to give him the catch.
It is a reception, and Tony Hall is saying, "Hey, let's move quickly."
I thought that ball skipped skipped. They're trying to get this snap.
The pass was completed to Giovanni Gibson, and he said, you saw the look when he heard the whistle. So they're going to take a look at this one upstairs.
Ball was coming, and it was dying quickly. Yeah, he skipped it off the ground, so. It just went right through the breadbasket. We know Giovanni Gibson's pretty sure-handed, but this one he went for the scoop catch.
Yes.
I would anticipate this is a quick review. They'll overturn this and make it an
See definitively the pass is incomplete. So it's going to be second down. Call reversed on the field. Spent some time in the SWAC, was over at Grambling State, worked with the offense there, who was the passing game coordinator over there, now takes over as the OC here, a couple of years on staff, and working with Alonzo Hampton, the head coach for UAPB. Play action and pass complete. Gamage on the receiving end once more. And it's going to bring up third and about 5.
And the credit to Higgins as well is he's made great decisions all night. I mean, when to hand the ball off on the jet sweep, when to just keep it and call his own number, when to throw the ball to the running back in the flat, when to throw it away. So he's been able to stay away from the big mishap, which has been his shortcoming this year, and he's played a really solid football game.
Looking over to the sideline to get the call and play in. That's Dawkins in motion. They hand it off to B.J. Curry, and waiting for him was Chester Gifford and a couple of white jerseys in the process, along with Jamal Marshall, or rather Perry, on the stop.
Even if they're short, he's going to go for it. You know, when we talked to Coach Hampton, he said, man, if I cross that 50, then I got 4th and 4 because I believe in my offense so much, I'm going to go for it. He didn't lie to us. It's 4th and 3, and he's going for it.
And for the most part, they've been able to find that secret recipe for them to move the ball effectively here. The first attempt on 4th down, they're 50% on the season when going for it. And B.J. Curry runs into the left guard, Courtney Van Buren, and that's going to leave him short. So a turnover on downs and a hold for the Prairie View A&M defense. That look says it all on the face of OC coordinator Tony Hull, saying, that was on me, fellas.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. and get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Save money every day with the Fun 99 menu. Treat yourself with the new cream slushes for $1.99 each. Grab a power lunch for under $6, or feed a whole family for under $20. Save how you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
Bubba Manal was a great competitor as a player. He had great competitive character. He was easy to coach. He was a smart player. And being the best he could be was really important to him. And I think that's why he had a great career. And I think we need more people like Bubba McDowell who choose to coach, to show the leadership, to affect young people. And that example that he can set to do that is very, very important. I'm sure he's done a great job of doing that as a coach. And I'm glad to see that we have people like Bubba in our coaching profession. And I wish him the best of luck in the future because he was a great player and I appreciate all he did for us.
That was the GOAT.
The mic drop, right?
yeah. Nick Saban, part of our ESPN College Game Day crew, kind enough to share words about Bubba McDowell. Of course, Coach Saban was the DB coach of the Houston Oilers during the rookie year of Bubba McDowell. And when we asked Bubba about the coaching influences and who was the favorite coach he played under, he undoubtedly said Nick Saban, because of the way he was able to grow as a rookie. Started his first year in the league and was part of the all-rookie team, and credits Coach Saban for his guidance.
He actually said Coach Saban saved my career. He said he was on his way out the door, thought he was going to get cut, had a bad game, and Coach Saban pulled him over side, talked to him, and got inside his head and brought out the best to him. So that was something interesting. I did not recognize there was a connection between Bubba McDowell and Nick Saban, and pretty sure Coach Saban was proud of him when he took these Panthers to the SWAC championship game a season ago. But right now, he's got his work cut out for him.
Indeed, here on 3rd and 1, after that pass was complete to Ethan John here. They're going to keep it on the ground, have success, pick up the first down. That's Lamagier McDowell. No relation, but
that's the thunder I want. So, you know, sometimes football, we overcomplicate it. And the offensive coordinator, Anthony Wheaton, does a good job. You know, Jaden Johnson's played a good job, played well at quarterback, but give me the big guys. Football is a big guy sport. Give me that big running back, which is McDowell, weighs 220 pounds, and get him behind this 330-pound average on the offensive line and tell him to run downhill.
On the run, that's the specialty of Jaden Johnson, and the pass is complete to James Burns. 19 completions to 11 different receivers, but he's gone to James Burns quite a few times tonight.
Burns has been battling the injury bug all season, so they're fortunate to get him back, and they say, without question, when he's healthy, he's a difference maker. Good sign getting him involved in the offense tonight.
First and 10 here from the 23-yard line of UAPB. That's McDowell again trying to sneak in a couple of yards, just about that amount.
This is what you asked me earlier about this Golden Lion defense. This is what they do. They bend, but they don't break. I mean, Prairie View made it down there pretty easy. They started with good field position, but they make it down there pretty easy. And then for some reason, they just find some grit, some toughness once they get backed up in their own red zone, and they try to limit their opponents to just field goal opportunities. quarterbacks.
Quinn and Arch. As Kristen Gamage on the return. Well, remember this UAPB team a few seasons ago? It was the COVID-shortened season. We saw them in the SWAC championship game against Alabama A&M back in 2021. For their 3 SWAC West titles, they fell to, at the time, Aquil Glass and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. The lone SWAC title for this group with Ben Anderson and company back in 2012 under the direction of Monty Coleman. That was a season of first for the Golden Lions as Higgins zips it in there and almost intercepted. A lot of traffic in there, and it's incomplete.
This is that time where you got to realize you want completions on first down, but one thing Higgins does, he goes through all his progressions. I mean, he's finding receiver 1, 2. Oh, that should have been an interception off the ricochet. Missed opportunity for Prairie View A&M.
Looking on the 2x2 set. Receiver for Higgins, the handoff to BJ Curry, and Curry with some tough running. Gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Now, this is why I think ideally they would love to come blitz Makai Higgins, but if you blitz him, that means you're playing man-to-man coverage. And the wide receiving core for them looks like they're setting up to play man-to-man coverage. They're probably going to try and get some pressure, but you leave yourself vulnerable.
Down the scene, and Javon Gibson, the hands, it's just like sticky glue for him. And Gibson showing off. Excellent grab by Javon Gibson.
Once they recognize man-to-man coverage, he said, I'm going straight to Gibson. Even if I don't have a lot of time to throw, I know he's going to be single coverage, take advantage of it. He made a great play.
On that Colorado coaching staff, along with Coach Prime. They're going to be in action tomorrow as well, as the Buffaloes, who certainly make things interesting, going to be hosting Kansas State.
I need to think that he's acting, but I actually do like this dynamic when you've got Jamarian Weber in the backfield to go along with Higgins at quarterback. A lot of speed in that backfield.
Second and 10, that's Roan in motion. Off his back foot, and they tried to go for it again. That's a play that worked for them before. that seam route to Javante Gibson. This time overthrows. It was Keon Jones on the coverage. He may have gotten a hand on it, but
look at the pressure. I mean, two guys coming to get you. And that's one where if they give him the time where he can step up and stand tall in the pocket and throw the ball, I mean, he can line drive that in there.
yeah, we saw him throw that dime to Gibson for a touchdown earlier in the game. You saw him say, "Play it safe," right?
Yeah. Punt safe. Don't go for the block. Don't let him fake it on us.
4th and 13, and Jeremy Baker able to bounce it inside the 10-yard line. As that brings us to the close of the third. UAPB on top. Prairie View trying to.
Let's go. We're in the building, baby.
Ooh, that was crazy travel, man. Let's go. You was in the air for like 20 minutes. You saw that vertical? You saw that dude's vertical? That's what I'm talking about. Bucket.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
When your bedroom has everything you need, it's okay to give everything else a rest. Welcome to the Good Night Club. Find your dream bedroom at IKEA.
Some days you can feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. And treatment is 4 times a year. In a survey, 91% of users wish they'd started sooner. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Chronic migraine may still keep you from being there. Why wait? Talk to your doctor about Botox and get in the picture. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. 3 p.m. Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46 a.m. Coke. Yeah, you're built different. $1 soft drinks, any size, gotta be Wendy's.
As we are set to take a look at what?
Jays, give me 5. I'm gonna have to come back, get this one out. 5 things I know and love about Arkansas Pine Bluff. The chicken, the aquaculture fisheries program, M4, Teron Armstead, LC Greenwood. I'll break it down to you a little bit more after this play. All right?
Oh, Jay, I like that. You give the people what they want, and then we get to play, and then some analysis from you afterward as the ball carrier is wrapped up and brought down. No gain on the play.
So number 5 was the chicken. They got some of the best chicken around here because Tyson's Chicken is here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. They're one of the schools that has a fishery science program with aquaculture there. You know the football players with Teron, our homeboy Teron Armstead, LC Greenwood, the legend. And then M4, as you discussed before, is the band that keeps everybody entertained down here. Look at
this
that.
one.
Interception.
Almost intercepted, and he hold on to it. And yes, Liam Lindo is able to haul it in, the INT, first turnover of the game. And a big one there.
This is one where they just drop back. Wide receiver not able to chase him down. The ball hopped up in the air.
Well, good concentration by Liam Lindo to haul it in. Second interception of the season for the junior.
Good job, came up with it. But, you know, you go up to him and you tell him it was just like a punt. And we were backed up in our own end zone, so we just got a 50-yard punt off the interception. Now it's time for the defense to try and turn the field on field position.
So best starting field position in Prairie View A&M territory. Back to pass, rolling to his right, looking, throws it. And nice break on the ball there by Eric Zachary. Well, Jay, you had your Gimme 5. Let me chime in with Tiff's 2 cents. Founded in 1873 as Branch Normal College, later Arkansas AM&N, and then became UAPB in 1972. And we mentioned it as a part of the notable alumni. Smokey Norfolk was a graduate here, the Grammy Award-winning gospel singer. And Kappas were out there strolling. He's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. So that's Tiff's 2 cents. In the process of dropping Tiff's 2 cents, holding penalty was called against UAPB here on 2nd and 20. And that's B.J. Curry, and a late flag flies in as well at the end of that play.
So what's the...
I mean, he was trailing out of bounds. It's going to be a late hit out of bounds, or they're going to say another holding penalty against UAPB. So
these are the things you have to tighten up when you're in the fourth quarter trying to get that first conference victory. Going in the wrong direction right now.
Well, these are the times where Alonzo Hampton wants to be able to rely on some guys who've been in this program even longer than he's been head coach. The center, Christian Love, among them. Provide some leadership as that pass incomplete to Gamage. But we also talked about the fact that, 50 new players, you've said it already tonight, Jay. This very young team, 19 guys came on as high school signees. So a lot of learning in the process. And how does this team build off of last year and make it better?
You just got to take it. Extracurricular activities there, but 1 week at a time. And I think Coach Hampton says that we can't erase all those losses that we suffered last year, but try and take it 1 week at a time. And he really believes he's got a really good football team this year, and believe in yourself. They do have belief. So
great wrap-up tackle at the ankles by Bryce Turner. A short gain there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 20.
And this is the part where Coach Hampton wants to see the maturity in his quarterback, Hagan. Don't protect the football. Don't take a chance. We've seen him get a little loose with the football, particularly on this drive. But there's nothing wrong if you have to punt the ball in the situation. You're not expected to go out there and gain 20 yards in college football on any particular play. So protect the football, be smart. Good decisions.
Giving chase to the Panthers defender. This one thrown out of bounds wisely, but you saw Chester Gifford making it difficult for him. So the hold now has 4th and 20.
Let me wrap up my Give Me 5 thing about Arkansas Pine Bluff. A couple things I left off. So I mentioned Little Rock because Little Rock is right down the street. Torrey Hunter's from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. baseball player, Torrey Hunter from Pine Bluff, who does a lot with the baseball team here. Actually has a business, cigar lounge called Culture, which I'm coming back. I'm coming back to the Culture, which is Torrey Hunter's lounge there. Showed us a great time yesterday. Quality.
And the baseball complex, named after the major leaguer as well. As he donated money to his hometown and one of the HBCUs in the state of Arkansas. Philander Smith, another one here in Arkansas, as we've got a close one here. UAPB holding tight to their lead.
When I first put on the helmet, it felt like the world just instantly lifted off my shoulders.
I feel like the sky's the limit. With this, deaf people are able to do things on a much higher level.
If I plan on playing in a professional league, I won't miss anything.
The world is moving in the right direction.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I?
He did it again.
Yeah, poor guy.
Oh.
Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops.
Us? Not us.
And there's not a no-look pass, double-double, or a buzzer beater he won't wax poetic on, ad nauseum. But oh, how he can nail a software solution like the best high-screen pick-and-roll you've ever seen. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Ron with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. Hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One A Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One A Day, science that matters.
Chunky is beefy. 21 grams of protein in this bad boy. You can barely contain all this powerful meat. Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
ESPN College Football is presented by McDonald's.
A look at the Delta River Natures Center here in Pine Bluff, which includes trails, an aquarium, a museum area, plus live animals. Wonderful time to take in the sights and sounds. Some of the fans here for the Golden Lions in the stands here at Simmons Bank Field. Prairie View coming out. Jaden Johnson tucks it, runs on 1st and 10, and he's brought down out of bounds by Liam Lindo, who had that interception on the last PV drive.
They did a good job by the Prairie View defense to minimize that interception, force Arkansas Pine Bluff to pump the ball back and give the offense back the ball with better field position than when the interception was called.
Nearly 300 yards of offense for Prairie View. They've had success through the air. 213 yards as this one handoff to Connor Wisham, trying to extend the perimeter on the outside, and he's pushed out of bounds. 86 yards on the ground, an area where we saw Prairie View have success in terms of yards per carry on the ground. But the passing game has been the more dominant of the two, probably 60-40 in that category. And loses the football, and Johnson wisely just falls on top of it. We've seen a couple of drop snaps from Johnson over the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, there's a lack of concentration. That ball didn't come out with a lot of velocity. That's an easy catch there. A little bit of quarterback 101. You have to be able to get the snap and shotgun in today's college football.
So the punting unit will come on as Efren Jasso is ready to boot it away.
Arkansas Pine Bluff came into this game giving up on average 230 yards per game rushing. 230. They've done a great job keeping Prairie View to under 100 yards in the rushing game.
Gamage just letting that one bounce and roll, and it's down at their own 28. Well, here's the next UFC fight exclusively on ESPN Plus tomorrow from the Apex in Las Vegas. The prelims begin at 4 Eastern, followed by the main card, highlighted by the flyweight main event that should be a good one and a little thriller playing inside the stadium. We saw him, and maybe he knows that we caught him on camera. So
he was doing the thriller dance. He had a good one.
UAPB gets the ball back and really nowhere to go for Zamarion Weber. A loss of 1 on the run. When you think about the Golden Lions, their lone conference win was a season ago against Texas Southern, and now they're trying to notch their first win of the 2024 campaign here at home under the Friday night lights with Damon Dawkins, one of the wide outs, down, and Lonzo Hampton, his version of motivating the team. Jay, you talked about it before, and we'll harken back to this again. The idea that he's been such a positive force here in Pine Bluff. Good to see Dawkins pop back up. We'll step aside.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-495-6104. That's 1-800-495-6104. Go to getbullseyepro.com.
The college football playoff begins December 20th, and a game that could have implications in the month of October for a couple of months down the road. This Big 12 showdown as covers to the 12, Colorado hosting K-State. And look, K-State had a lot of high expectations coming into the season, preseason number 2 in the polls. And how about Travis Hunter?
We knew
the job that he has done on both sides of the football. That's coming up Saturday at 10:15 Eastern on ESPN. We saw him during his days in the SWAC at Jackson State. And I'm telling you, he's the most electrifying player and most exciting player to watch, in my opinion, in college football, just because of the remarkable job that he's done on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that. We knew Shedeur Sanders was good. You know, they're playing at this lower level. No, good is good. And you can see it right away. The moment Travis Hunter stepped on the football field, down in Jackson, Mississippi, we took 2 steps and said, oh, he moves different. So it's special, and I think the whole HBCU community still following Colorado Buffaloes and those guys that played at Jackson State.
Jackson Isaac in motion on 3rd down. Play action. Higgins looking, heaves it up in the area of a couple of receivers, and it's incomplete also. Some laundry flew out as well. The officials confirm, and the call coming quickly. So that one goes against Bryce Turner in the secondary. And another look at it here, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, spinning direction. You see at the top of your screen over to the left. The flag came out right away, even before the almost interception. Costly penalty there allows Arkansas Pine Bluff to keep the ball, and I'm assuming they're going to start trying to run the ball a little bit.
Instead, no. Going in the wrong direction, tripped up from behind, and what a play made by Farrow. Davier Farrow with the sack, 10-yard loss.
Limit the loss. You know, he's done a good job of not having these big plays for mistakes. And then as soon as that play happened, I looked down on the sideline to find Coach Hampton, and he was just like, those are things he talked about. You don't need those type of spectacular plays. Sometimes just hand the ball off to the running back, let them run it out. It can be frustrating for him because you got to take the good with the bad, Coach. When he's making 5 guys miss and being spectacular, you like it. But then that last play there, that was a big one there.
And so now it's 3rd and 20 in a game where UAPB is holding tight to this lead against Prairie View, trying to get their first conference win. Rolling, again, dangerous throw. Head coverage at the bottom and top of the receiver of Roan. Keon Jones almost made him pay for it.
I mean, last 3 passes we've seen from him have not been good decisions. There's got to be better places to go with the football. I mean, a cornerback there buzzing. Better play by Jones, and he's getting that interception and heading to the end zone possibly.
Half a dozen straight incompletions for Makai Higgins, talking it over with OC Tony Hull.
Give some credit to the defensive coordinator, Alvin Fosselman from Prairie View. He's done something to really confuse him and get Higgins off his rhythm.
Cooper I'll say this, Jay, you talked about those close games that Bubba McDowell has been a part of. You go back to that State Fair Classic. It was a 5-overtime game against Grambling State.
Game they had to win.
And they were able to pull it out 36-34. He said, I'd never been a part of anything like that. This, a slightly different scenario as a timeout on the field. And let's take a look at that 5-overtime. Boy, was it a fun one as Jaden Johnson went to work, found Shamar Savage, and that helped get him ahead. A penalty here. And what did that do? That just aided on this final play of the game into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was it. McDowell scored the game winner in 5 OTs.
That was
just your casual Saturday, and what you would expect for one of the biggest games each year on the schedule for Prairie View, the State Fair Classic. Can their defense get a stop here on 3rd and 6? Hagen's going for it on the outside with Gibson. What a huge play made! Wow! Javon Gibson saying, I am him.
Yes, he is. Man-to-man coverage. Did a good job of setting him up with a little bit of a stutter go. And what a perfectly thrown ball by Hagens. By the time the free safety comes over to help, it's too late. Leave that cornerback on the island. He was able to separate. What a huge play for the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff football 2024 edition.
After that 34-yard reception, that's going to wind this one down to the 2-minute timeout. But how about Javon Gibson? 9 catches tonight for 183 yards. And he continues to make the spread even greater in terms of leading the SWAC. Just count on 11 in black. He says, you put the ball in my area. I got you, homie.
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias. Right there's great.
Love you, honey.
Thanks, Mom.
We've got 24 hours to get all of this under control.
Then you're gonna need these today.
Oh, we can deliver that.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, get delivery at the speed you need only at the Home Depot.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Ready for action, nip it in the bud. We never relax, and an outcast that never lasts. But I know y'all wanted that 808. Can you feel that BASS?
Under my feet, I feel the sky tumbling down.
Love the way you move. Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks.
When your bedroom has everything you need, it's okay to give everything else a rest. Welcome to the Good Night Club. Find your dream bedroom at IKEA.
To truly embrace the fine life, you must learn to let go. Bienvenidos a la vida más fina.
It was love at first sight for him, but I definitely said I love you first.
We call each other love, amor.
When you know, you know. The Bureau Wang Love Collection, exclusively at sales, the Diamond Store.
Hey, what an SEC on ABC. College football lineup we have for you tomorrow. Number 7, Alabama hosts South Carolina at noon. The 120th running of the Red River rivalry game at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas between Texas and Oklahoma. The top-ranked Longhorns on the move. And then finally, 9th-ranked Ole Miss and 13th-ranked LSU in Death Valley. A triple header for you. You won't want to miss it on ABC. Back here at Simmons Banks Field, and BJ Curry on the carry. Under 2 minutes to go after a huge completion on 3rd down from Mekhi Higgins to Giovanni Gibson to get them deeper inside Panther territory as a timeout is taken on the field. Mekhi Higgins tonight, 14 of 26 for 250 yards. Threw a touchdown, again connected with Gibson, and then 2 on the ground for Tony Hull's offense. The OC saw BJ Curry punch it in twice, and that's how they got to 21. So after the timeouts, 2nd and 8. And that's BJ Curry again on the carry. And Prairie View with only 1 timeout remaining.
Gotta use it now. Unfortunately, it'll be 3rd and short, but use that timeout now. Hope your defense gets a stop here. Limit them to a field goal try, then hope you can save a little bit of time, a little bit more than a minute maybe to try and go down and score.
Now, if you do hold UAPB to a field goal, it'll be a 7-point ball game, and there is plenty of time for Bubba McDowell's team to get the ball back and try to engineer a late game drive to tie it up or potentially win it. We saw it a couple of weekends ago at the State Fair Classic, as we showed you, but an all-important 3rd down for his defense to try to come up with a stop. And BJ Curry close to it, but I think they're going to hold depending upon the spot. They push him further back, and he's going to be short here. The time on the clock will continue to run down.
Needed to get to the 9-yard line. Looks like he was short. Got to about the 10. So I think now what you do in this situation here, you let the clock wind down as low as you can take it, and then you call a timeout.
For UAPB, but look at Jamal Marshall and Aiden Jones with that push up front to try to stop him, and they're going to let this wind down to about 47 seconds. We're close to before the timeout is taken. 47.9 seconds on the clock, and that's the 3rd and final timeout for UAPB. Now, the decision here, Jay, is 4th and 1. Do you kick it, or do you try to pick up that yard?
If Coach told us he wanted his offense on the field, well, practice what you preach if you want your offense on the field. Because the worst scenario in this case would be a blocked field goal. Blocked field goal could be going back the other way. If you go for it and you don't get it, okay, look at what's going to happen. Prairie View's going to have to go 90 yards just to try and win the ball game. So I can support this decision to go for it right here.
He wanted them to know he trusts his offense. And here, a chance to clinch this game. 4th and 1. Can they pick up this 1 yard? Great call. Higgins trying to get to the outside.
No.
And he's held short.
That depends on that spot. Yeah, they marked him short.
Turnover on downs. So now, Prairie View holds so close. Game of inches, Jay. 90 yards for Jaden Johnson in this offense to try to get down the field after a great play by Keon Jones, diverts him just enough to hold Hagan short of the first down marker.
Yes, and he was just one wide receiver block away from down the field from doing that. Now, they've got no timeouts, but the key is, after a first down, you gain 10 yards or more. The clock does stop for a little bit. You can clock it. But at this point, you just want to put yourself in a position where you can even try and do a Hail Mary at the end of the game. If you can get to midfield.
So this will be an interesting final 40 seconds as Jaden Johnson with a lot of time just dumps it underneath to Connor Wisham, and Wisham gets the first down.
They give him the first down, okay.
But he's got to quickly get to the line and clock it, as you mentioned. Once the ball is spotted, the clock then runs once they wind it.
They're trying to call plays. I would not try to call the play. They're getting helped out here because the ref never started the game clock again.
So very fortunate for Prairie View, but they should be in the ready position to snap it as soon as I think they're going to say it was an illegal substitution, as there was a penalty marker thrown on the field. We didn't see it come out, but
they declined it, so they rather take the first down yardage, which gives them 10 yards instead of the 5 yards they would have got for the illegal substitution. But Arkansas Pine Bluff content just rushing 2, at the most 3 guys, and just sitting back and playing zone coverage.
Johnson dancing, heaves it up, and it's caught. It's brought in by Chris Herron. If he is able to come down, yes, indeed. So another one, 19-yard gain, and quickly running up to the line to clock it and spike it. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
They're getting a chance. The goal was to get somewhere around the 50-yard line. Then you can take a couple shots at the end zone, depending on your quarterback's arm strength. Big-time catch by Chris Herron, the former quarterback. He's moved to wide receiver, giving his team a chance.
So Bubba McDowell looking on, hopeful that his team can pull it out. Just 18 seconds to go and no timeouts remaining. And they got to get this ball snapped in time with 2 seconds left on the play clock. They do, looking to the outside, and it's incomplete. So that shaves off about 5 seconds. Tense moments here. So Jaden Johnson trying to get everybody lined up. Shamar Savage, number 1 to the top of your screen. He's got time, plenty of room. Savage asking for it, climbs the ladder to get it, but I think he came down out of bounds. But there's a flag on the play. Let's
They pointing the wrong way. Yeah,
okay.
Ineligible man down the field on the defense. Ineligible man downfield. So that's a loss down.
Eight seconds to go. 3rd down. And really, you got to try to run something quick, maybe 10, 15 yards down the field to try to get around the 50-yard line and try to heave it up. And
I think they've kind of lost that opportunity to maybe stick something, hope somebody get out of bounds. Whatever trick play you've got drawn up, now's your time to do it. I don't know if you're going to have enough time with the way that Johnson's been holding on to the ball. So say, go for it here. Dial up whatever you got now.
And that one incomplete. So final play of the game coming up with 2.9 seconds left. And right now, the Panthers are going to need a miracle on the road here if they want to pull this one out.
They have a play that they can dial up that can go 65, 66 yards. It's going to be tough. Don't worry about the 4th and 15, but
a miracle needed. You just see 3 linemen and then everyone else a 20-yard cushion and beyond. As this one's heaved up in the air by Johnson, batted down, and that's ball.
After midnight, it's Saturday, it's the fall. College football is on our mind.
Oh, it definitely is, and plenty of great matchups this weekend. The first ranked matchup of the day is a new twist on an old classic, the first SEC edition of the Red River rivalry, with top-ranked Texas visiting number 18 Oklahoma at 3:30 Eastern on ABC and ESPN+. Then at 7:30, the 9th-ranked Rebels of Ole Miss head to the Bayou to face number 13 LSU in another ranked SEC matchup on ABC. Games under Brian Kelly. At the same time, number 2 Ohio State takes on the 3rd-ranked Ducks in Oregon